Nestled in a quiet alleyway in Kyoto, Japan, stood the willow tea house. Sunlight filtered through the willow tree outside. Its delicate leaves cast dancing shadows on the tatami floor. The air was filled with the scent of tatami and the subtle aroma of incense. It was a sanctuary from the bustling city. Here time seemed to flow at a different pace. It moved to the rhythm of the traditional tea ceremony. The tea house was more than just a place to drink tea. It was a living testament to Japanese culture and tradition. Its walls whispered stories of generations past. They had witnessed countless cups of matcha shared, each one a silent conversation between host and guest. The Willow Tea House was a place where the soul could find solace in simplicity. It embraced the beauty of imperfection and the ephemeral nature of life itself. Aiko, a young woman with eyes as dark as the tea she prepared, was an apprentice at the Willow Tea House. With each precise movement, she embodied the grace and discipline of the tea ceremony. Her hands moved with the practiced ease of a seasoned artist. She carefully measured each scoop of matcha powder. It was as if time itself slowed down to match the rhythm of her movements.
The rhythmic whisking of the tea, the gentle clinking of the chasen against the side of the bowl, all brought me a sense of calm.
Each step, from purifying the utensils to presenting the tea to the guest, was an act of mindfulness. In the tea ceremony, Aiko discovered not just the art of making tea, but also the art of living in the moment. Aiko's grandmother, Obasan, was a master of the tea ceremony. Her wrinkled face held the wisdom of a life steeped in tradition. Her hands, though gnarled with age, moved with a grace that belied her years. She was a patient and encouraging teacher.
The tea ceremony is a meditation in motion.
She guided Aiko with gentle nudges and whispered words of wisdom. Obasan taught Aiko that the true essence of the tea ceremony lay not just in the precise movements. It was about creating a space of tranquility. It was about fostering a connection between host and guest. She instilled in Aiko the importance of mindfulness, respect and harmony. These were the pillars of the tea ceremony. They were also the foundations of a life well lived. One day, a renowned calligrapher named Hiroshi visited the Willow Tea House. He came seeking inspiration for his next piece. His eyes, filled with a quiet intensity, seemed to absorb every detail of the tea house. He observed the way the light played on the bamboo whisk. He noticed how the steam from the tea seemed to dance before fading into the air. Hiroshi was a man on a quest. He believed that true art lay in capturing the essence of a moment. He sought to translate the intangible into something tangible.
I want to express the very soul of my subject through the strokes of my brush.
As he watched Aiko prepare the tea, he felt a flicker of inspiration. He saw in her movements a quiet grace, a deep sense of peace that resonated with his artistic soul.
Hiroshi, it's fascinating how our arts, though so different, speak the same language.
Yes, Aiko, I see in your tea ceremony the same precision and grace I strive for in my calligraphy.
And I see in your brushstrokes the same deliberate yet effortless flow I seek in my movements.
Aiko and Hiroshi found themselves drawn together by their shared love for their respective arts. They recognized in each other a kindred spirit. They both understood the power of stillness, the beauty of simplicity. Their conversations flowed as smoothly as the tea they shared. They spoke of the way their art forms, though different in expression, shared a common language. They found a mutual respect and understanding in their shared artistic pursuit. They both sought to capture the ephemeral, to find beauty in the transient moments of life. One evening, Aiko prepared a special tea ceremony for Hiroshi. The air crackled with a quiet anticipation.
Each gesture is a silent poem dedicated to the art of tea.
As Aiko moved, her movements were like a dance, fluid and graceful. Each gesture was imbued with meaning, The rhythmic whisking of the matcha created a soothing soundtrack to the ceremony.
Your movements, Aiko, they tell a story. The way you lift the tea bowl, the dance of your fingers over the bamboo whisk, it's also mesmerizing.
Hiroshi watched intently, his eyes following her every move. It was a performance that transcended words, a silent symphony of movement and intention. Inspired by Aiko's performance, Hiroshi took up his brush. The ink flowed onto the paper, an extension of his very being.
I call this piece Whispers of Tranquility.
With each stroke, Hiroshi captured the essence of the tea ceremony. The delicate lines evoked the steam rising from the tea bowl. The bold strokes represented the grounded energy of Aiko's presence.
Hiroshi, this is beautiful. Your calligraphy, it's not just an interpretation of my art, but a reflection of my soul.
When Hiroshi presented his work to Aiko, her eyes filled with tears. His brushstrokes had captured the very essence of the tea ceremony. The tranquility, the precision, the harmony. The calligraphy was more than just an image. It was a tangible representation of the emotions that Aiko poured into her art. The Willow Tea House, imbued with the spirit of Aiko's tea ceremony and Hiroshi's calligraphy, became a beacon of peace.
Sitting here, sipping the matcha, I feel my worries melt away.
And Hiroshi's calligraphy, it brings such a sense of calm.
Visitors weary from the outside world found solace within its walls. They sat on the tatami floor, sipping the matcha that Aiko prepared, and felt their worries melt away. They gazed upon Hiroshi's calligraphy and felt a sense of calm wash over them. The tea house became a sanctuary where art transcended its physical form and touched the very souls of those who entered. It became a testament to the power of art to heal, to inspire, and to connect. The Willow Tea House stood as a quiet reminder that in a world of chaos and noise, there is still beauty to be found in simplicity, stillness, and the shared experience of art.